Welcome to Backwards Thinking, Moving Forward, episode 387. Here's the thought. Oh, I just want to hold still. I just want to stay in this good place for a little while. And that one, actually, you know what? I say that almost about every thought. This one's a little tricky. This one's a little hard. This one's a little confusing. This one, you know what? They all are. That's why I have to stop and think about it, fix it, and move forward. So my apologies for saying that over and over again, but I'm sure for the next 386 episodes, I'll probably keep saying that. Because you know what? They are tricky. And this one is tricky. Sometimes it's necessary to take a break, to rest. And I fully support that 100%. That it is nice to step away and take a rest. But the funny thing about those kind of rests is I'm not really holding still. I'm giving my brain a chance to think, to stretch, to take in where it's at, to think over things, mull over things, and have some new thoughts. I'm taking a break so that I can work on it. Those are so refreshing. So refreshing. Yeah, that's not the kind of break I'm talking about. I'm talking about when everything is good and you're like, you know what? I just want to stay here for a minute. I'm really healthy and everything's going good, so I'm just gonna pause. I'm just gonna hang out in this good spot for a while. I'm gonna enjoy my strong body and I'm gonna enjoy my financialness and I'm going to enjoy the success and I'm gonna stop and pause. Be so careful. Because there's no stopping. You're either going forward or you're going backwards. And there's some really great quotes that I've heard recently. My favorite at this point goes, "You can only coast downhill." Oh, that was handy. Right in the middle of that video, my phone's like, "Hey, bedtime." And it shut off. That's kind of like, it fits this episode so well, right? It's like we're doing that. We're just shutting off for a minute. We're not doing anything. We just shut off. And when you do that, you start coasting. And you can only coast downhill. Did you catch that? You can only coast downhill. There's no coasting uphill. You can't sit back and enjoy a coast up the hill. As soon as you stop pedaling, you start coasting. Oh yeah, you can take a break. You can enjoy the moment, but you're not going to go forward. You're going to slide on down that hill. Isn't that a great quote? And then there's another by an author, William S. Burroughs. And it goes, "When you stop growing, you start dying." Did you catch that one? When you stop growing, you start dying. All right, and this is great because I can feel that chill in the air. And the leaves are starting to turn and the harvest is coming in because you know what? Those things, they're done. They're done growing. And they're starting to die. I mean, sure, the trees and stuff, they might be just saving up energy for the spring, but for the moment, they are done growing. And they're pulling in and they're shutting off. Do you want to shut off? Do you want to coast downhill? Do you want to stop growing? So maybe just find that different kind of rest. The rest where you let your brain breathe and you let your brain think and you observe where you are at and you really take in that moment. Definitely take those kind of breaks, but be careful of the other kind. You can only coast downhill. Is it thrilling? Is it fun? Yeah, for a while. Until you realize you have to climb the hill again. Until you start going so fast that you almost crash at the bottom of the hill. Until you realize that all of a sudden you've thrown away all that you have worked for. And you have to start over. That took away the fun for me. I want to take the other kind of rest. Thank you very much. So, have a wonderful day, or make the day wonderful.